Hi and welcome to our first video on Scratch. Scratch is a platform that you can download for free and it allows us to learn the basics of programming. We can create something very simple like a character walking across the screen and talking to really advanced items such as games. We're going to be using Scratch 1.4, which is what you can see on the screen and is installed on your computer. This software is independent of the internet. There is a newer version of Scratch which you can access by googling Scratch or going to scratch.com. We're not going to use the newer version though because it only works in the web and we don't want you all using the internet in class just in case we have any issues. So we're going to use the older version, 1.4, which is, like I said, installed. There's not much difference between the two, and 1.4 will still do everything that we want in our program. So in this first video, I'm simply going to show you the interface, the user interface that you are working with. On the right hand side in the white we have what we call our stage, and this is where the action will happen on what you create. This little cat character that you can see is called a sprite, and sprites will be all the characters that we play with in our stage for our program. In the top right hand corner, the green flag will start our scripts when we create our program and the red flag will stop them. Above that we have different presentation modes, so different ways that we can watch what it is that we create. So I've got a bigger stage and a smaller stage. Underneath are my sprites. I can create new sprites by painting them or drawing them. I can import sprites, which is really just choosing a image file. I can even generate surprise sprites, which the computer software has saved in its memory. When we move to the middle, we have our scripts, and this is the big area here where you're going to do all your coding and tell the program what you want to happen. We have our costumes, and this is where we can actually change our sprites. We can edit them, change the colors, redraw them, and we have our sounds. At the moment there's no sounds in here. We can import any MP3 we want and create a sound. If I go to my original sprite, it has a sound imported, a cat's meow. Above that we have our file, edit, share, so we can save our project, create a new project, quit, and all the normal things you can do, and your little save icon there as well. The final thing to look at here is on the left, our motion blocks. So these are the blocks we use to set up all the conditions for our program. You'll notice there's motion, control, look, sensing, etc. When you click on each of these, you will notice underneath you have different options. And when we start looking at what these do, you'll notice that it's as simple as clicking and dragging and snapping your blocks together. And we're going to create our programs by putting a combination of these together and creating algorithms that will allow us to create a program.